Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. Hope you've been well. I know I have. In this week's episode, I went back to the hayfield that I was at in last week's episode. Nick was there for a hot minute and she made a really cool surface find. However, I have to say my favorite find of the day was a toy that is well over 200 years old and hasn't been played with until today. And by that, I mean I haven't even tried it yet. We're gonna kind of try it together towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. So we're gonna hop into it now, but before we do, as always, don't forget, I sell metal detecting gear now. If you need anything metal detecting related at all, don't hesitate, shoot me an email at stefdigs@gmail.com and I'll be able to help you out, no problem, and get you a deal on pretty much anything. All right, let's hop in. Okay, I'm back out at a hayfield today, and in this area right here, I found a bunch of dandy buttons and a sportsman button and stuff, and I did really well in this small little area the other day. The rest of the field's pretty quiet, but I just got a 2324 signal. I know you can see what it is, and I'm really excited about it. Nice little Conestoga bell. Whoops, and the dirt just came out. Don't know if the clapper's in there, let's see. Oh, I think it may have been, but it's rusted and long gone now. Oh man, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Let me brush this off real quick. All right, brushed it off just a little bit just to know that it's made of brass, not tomback. It did ring up pretty high, so that makes sense. And what's weird is when I was rechecking the hole for the clapper, I mean, I don't have much intention to put it back together, but I found something else in the hole, and I don't think it has anything to do with the bell. It's almost like this little button-y thing. Yeah, it is a button. And it's attached to iron. What the heck? That is very weird. No, it's really not that weird. It is, in fact, the clapper that fell out of your hands like 10 seconds ago. But let's keep guessing what it is. Yeah, you can totally see the shank there. Well, that's pretty darn cool. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the belt. No. Totally doesn't. Totally does! That is so cool. Alright, so I guess what I'll do is, just for those of you who don't know, I try to mention this on the channel somewhat often, at least in fields. I was gridding this way the other day. So today I am gridding this way, and it's paying off. You should always go back to your sites and grid perpendicularly to try to get some other signals that you may have missed. It definitely works. And then if you have even more time, a diagonal pattern as well. So, awesome. 2-for-1 special right there. So Nick just made a surface find. She's here today. Whee! Hi. I cannot believe you saw this guy. It's a praying mantis. He's huge too. I don't want to get too close to him and frustrate him or her, especially if it's a her, because we know what they do. Bite the heads off of their mates. Anyway. Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 inches long. That thing's huge. That's a really good surface find. You'd be really good at arrowhead hunting, I think. I never would have seen that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, back to swinging. Okay, so first and foremost, if you missed my last video, I'm in a hayfield right now and we're in a drought. So if you're going to be doing yards, just don't do it during a drought because it'll look like this. Anyway, I got a low 20s signal. I pulled it out. I can already see what it is. This is an umbrella parasol, and it would have slid up the shaft of the umbrella to expand it. This is probably Victorian. Definitely one of the larger ones I found. And they ring up fantastic because it's brass with a hole in it. Anything that's round usually rings up pretty high. And the fact that this is brass made it sound like a nice big fat coin. But hey, good target. Missed it last time. Whew, I had to work hard for this one. I cannot stress how dry and rocky the soil is right now. But I do have a buckle. It's going to be horse tag, but it does have some silver plating on there. So that might clean up kind of nice. Well, that sounded beautiful. It was like 25, 26, 27, something like that. And it sounded like a big copper. Gotta dig them. Okay, so apologies that I'm not at the plug, but I was getting a little too close to the house for the doggies' comfort. They were kind of yapping at me and I didn't want to drive the property owner crazy. But I got this 2324 signal and it's clearly an antler. I don't know what it's made out of yet. It looks like it might be bladed with something. I don't know. There's a cast seam there. It's almost, I mean, it's not that heavy. So maybe like a pewter or something, I don't know. But that's a new one. I can honestly say I've never dug up an antler. I've found a shed before, but that's about it. So that's a cool little oddity. I like it. All right, this is pretty awesome. So I'm in a different part of the property now. It's a really gorgeous place. That just drops down, and that's where I was earlier when I dug the bell and the button and stuff. But I came back up here. I've dug here before, but again, I'm going perpendicular from where I was before. I was going in this pattern. Now I'm going in this pattern. But anyway, I got a 17-18 signal about 8 inches down there. Pulled it out, and I thought it was just a junky piece of lead, but you can clearly make out 2 holes right there. I think this was actually a whizzer. It's in terrible shape now, but I think this was a whizzer. And that was a toy that kids would, you know, put like a string through and spin it in a certain fancy way, and then it would make a funny noise. So I'm going to poke the holes through. Can I talk today? I'm going to poke the dirt through the holes and brush this off and see if that's really what I think. Because now I'm kind of starting to second guess myself. Could have been a lead button though, but either way, it's very cool. I'll come right back. Okay, well I can't quite poke the dirt out of the holes in the middle, but they definitely do go all the way through. You can see very clearly they do. So, I don't know, maybe this just burned up afterwards. I mean, I did find a fire damaged dime here recently. I don't know why they're plugged up. Maybe once I get a toothpick once I'm home, I'll be able to get the dirt through, but, yeah, I'm really second guessing myself now. I don't know. I don't know if this would have been a whizzer, a lead button, or just something else, because, you know, lead was kind of the super glue of the 17 and 1800s, so who knows what this was used for, but it was definitely personalized, and that makes it awesome. Okay, so once I got home, did a little research, I realized, yeah, this is definitely a whizzer, not a lead button. The heft of this thing is, I don't know, it must be a few ounces. I haven't weighed it, but in any case, it wouldn't make sense for it to be a button. It would probably pull your shirt right down. So, yay, it's a whizzer. That was a bucket lister for me. And in my research, I found out this is actually supposed to be called a whirligig. That is kind of the technical term for it, at least when I went to the Portable Antiquities Scheme website, which is a database of finds that were dug across the pond. If you don't know what it is, do yourself a favor and Google Portable Antiquities Scheme. It's just a really good database of information, and if you have a who's what's it kind of weird find, you might be able to locate it right there. In fact, I did find these photos on the Portable Antiquities Scheme website. I will throw some photos up right now, and as you can see, they very closely resemble the piece that I found. They're all very crude. Some of them are even rounded. You can see that bottom left piece right there is round versus the serrated edges that we're used to seeing, but it still is a whirligig, or as we say in the States, a whizzer. So I'm going to do something I have not tried before, and I'm actually going to put a toy back in use right here on camera. I have no clue how this is going to go, but basically what you're supposed to do is string some twine through those 2 holes. It's supposed to be about this long. You spin it up, create some tension, release it, and it's supposed to make a buzzing noise. I have not tried this yet. I don't know how it's going to go. Let's try. Okay, whizzer, scissors, and twine. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I wish I had a third hand right now. Let's see. How long should this thing be? Oh, you know what? We'll just go to this knot right here. Oh, I kind of want to untangle that though. Shit, that's the wrong way. Okay. But like maybe there? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that looks good, right? Okay. So we'll cut that there. And now we've got this. These holes are pretty small, so I really hope that the twine fits. It should. It's pretty thin, but you never know. So, not so much. So this is just bad all the way around. Don't put lead in your mouth. Don't put lead in your mouth. And don't light things on fire indoors, typically speaking. Let's try this. This is gonna hurt. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Ha! When in doubt, just add fire. Okay, so stringing this through one side, and now through the other side. That was the smallest hole I did first. They're not very even holes, so oh shoot, that's not the part I lit on fire. Yeah, all right. So now we're working with this now. I'm gonna tie this up. I don't think it has to be perfect. It's sure not going to be. Okay. Coordination is not my thing. Come on, good luck. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is supposed to be like in the middle, like this. I really hope this works. I swear to God, I haven't tried it, so I really, really, really hope it works. All right, so we're gonna spin her up. Almost hit myself in the face. And we're gonna see if I... That was really anticlimactic. I didn't hear anything. Man, I know this is a whizzer. Like, I'm sure that it is. Okay. Like, is it really supposed to make a noise, or it just... Okay, well, it kind of did. More tension. Okay. Maybe this one will work and we'll hear something. That's a little better because I think it is supposed to spin around multiple times. One more time for fun. Okay, well, come on. I'm gonna hit my camera. I guess if you were really bored, this could keep you occupied. But hey, that's the first time somebody's played with this in over 200 years, so that's pretty cool, right? Right? Okay, back to the show. Well, I got a really loud 15-16 signal, maybe like 6 inches down. I thought it might be iron because it had a bit of a grunt to it, and it is, but it's pretty cool. This is a old Colonial dinner knife. Missing the tip of the blade. It probably would have been a little bit longer. Maybe like that, where my thumb is. Sturdy thing. Hey, I won't complain about that. All right. All right, well, this is probably going to wrap it up for the day. If not, I might take maybe one more target, but so I got about a 24, maybe 22 to 24 signal, like 4 inches down, not very deep. And I think I found some kind of lead figurine. This looks like a person on a beach towel. That is hilarious. All right, I'm going to brush that off. Well, it's somebody relaxing. And it looks like it's made to look at from behind as well. And kind of see what they're wearing. I've got no clue. I don't see any kind of markings. I assume it's some kind of old toy. And it's got a hole in the head. Yeah, help me out if I don't have an ID on the screen, but it's obviously not very old. There's still some paint intact. Maybe like 50s or something at the very earliest, but that is a fun little find. I'll take that all day long. Okay, that's it for this week. Another kind of short hunt today, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And if you did and you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. Let's move on to the wrap-up. Okay, we're going to try and keep this short. We're actually in the rain today. I guess I shouldn't have procrastinated. Oh well, and I have nowhere to do this inside where we're going to have good light. So anyway, let's just get down to it. These are just pieces of brass I had dug up that day. I really don't know what they're to. I would have thought there'd be something on this, like a tag, but I guess not. Maybe the rain's helping us a little bit here. Yeah, there's nothing on that. Let's see, a couple of tack buckles. This one didn't make it to film because as I found it, the property owner was showing someone else around the property. I think it was horse related in terms of what they were doing. So in any case, yeah, that was a huge one. Rang up really well. Our other tack buckle here, and that one I did get to film. That was really tough to get to. Really tough extraction, but hey, glad I went for it anyway. The antler piece, which cleaned up really well. I think it did have paint on it at one point, so I'm guessing some kind of lawn ornament. I don't really know. It's just kind of neat. So hey, our little umbrella parasol, we find those quite a bit. My cool little army dude. I think it was Barclay is the brand. About 1925 these were made, and that would explain why you can see him in a uniform from behind. So, poor guy's missing his helmet, that's why he's hollow. But hey, is what it is. Our Colonial dinner knife, self-explanatory, I found those a lot. Really, really nice cleanup on the bell here. All I did was take a brass brush to it, and it just shines right up, and that's not just because of the rain. As I was saying, this is definitely the clapper to the bell. I don't know what I was thinking when I was in the video, but or when I was filming out in the field, but hey, yeah, cool. So maybe I can get it back together. I don't think so, though. Yeah, it's not happening. And one of my favorite pieces actually was that whizzer. That's always fun. So, and it's my first one. I was really looking for one, hoping for one this year, so glad I found it. All right, that's the day. All right, that's it. As always, get out there, save what you can, do what you love, even if it's failing playing with 300-year-old toys. Ooh, that was actually a pretty good one. All right, that aside, we will see you next week.